Pour notre intérêt collectif, dès lundi et jusqu'à nouvel ordre, les crèches, les écoles, les collèges, les lycées et les universités seront fermés.
Okay. So, today is March 12th, 2020. It is currently 11:03. The French president had a speech today where he announced that school will be closing next Monday, which is the 16th of March. The current number of coronavirus cases in France is 2,876, with 61 deaths and 12 who have recovered, according to worldometers.info. So, welcome to the coronavirus pandemic.
We just got out of homeroom. Basically, school is canceled until further notice. School is closed until further notice. Today's Friday. It's closed on Monday, and then we're supposed to have like electronic.
Dude, I really want to make like an edit.
Like basically like call in.
Electronic class.
No, like call boomer ass teachers giving us online classes somehow when they can't even stop like the autoplay video from playing.
Kids, I'm launching Windows 3.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be horrible. I feel like this isn't gonna go well. And then there's just a compilation of like all the times that the call like crashes and shit.
La porte est ouverte.
So, about to do chill hangout with the boys. Should be decent. This is one day since the speech, but quarantine at our school still hasn't technically happened considering it starts on Monday. So this is like day, I guess like -3 if Monday is day 0. So, yeah.
Naturellement, à ce soir, merveilleuse gala qu'on a décoloré ce soir pour notre film et pour la Croix-Rouge.
Light. Who wants to take care like a light? I'm not. Like a light. As in walking home with me right now.
So at this point, on March 13th, the number of cases had gone from 2,200 to 3,600. There was an announcement the next day on March 14th from the Prime Minister of France, and he basically announced that public spaces such as cafes, movie theaters, and clubs would be closing. Only the necessary places would stay open, such as grocery stores and pharmacies.
J'ai donc décidé, jusqu'à nouvel ordre, la fermeture à compter de ce soir minuit de tous les lieux recevant du public non indispensables à la vie du pays. Il s'agit notamment des restaurants, cafés, cinémas, discothèques. Il s'agit également de tous les commerces, à l'exception des commerces essentiels, les magasins et marchés alimentaires, pharmacies, les stations essence, les banques et les bureaux de tabac et de presse. Tous les services publics essentiels à la vie de nos concitoyens resteront évidemment ouverts.
On March 15th, the day after, I decided to go to the center of Paris and film because I wanted to see if there was sort of any concern for the actual virus, as I wasn't very concerned, to be honest. Although there was a rapid growth, the virus isn't really lethal to people my age. It's definitely lethal to older people or people who have had previous respiratory issues. And the government had also advised citizens to limit their time outside and their interactions.
It's not actually that empty.
When I was taking it, everything was like empty.
So as you can see, no one cares about the coronavirus. Okay, so today is March 15th. The government announced last night that they would be closing all non-essential buildings. Pharmacies, grocery stores, things like that will stay open. But the city is still really active, especially for a Sunday. As you can see, there's a ton of traffic. Lots of people basically everywhere. Even tourist sites are still pretty packed to a certain extent. Notre Dame, of course, is where we were before, but of course that was, you know, closed considering there's a fire and everything. So that area was sort of shut off, but the area around it was pretty packed. So yeah, also the weather today is very nice, so that could explain some of the amount of people that are out. So yeah, I guess we'll see how the rest of the day goes. Alright guys, what's up? It is the 16th of March. The president or like the minister of something is planning on making an announcement tonight about a possible, well, it's rumored that it's about a confinement. So I don't know about is it the president? Okay, yeah. So I don't know. You're not, the camera's facing me, why are you waving?
Hi.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I guess like if I'll try to get footage of like, if there is a confinement, I'll try to get footage of like what that looks like and like the stores and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's about it.
C'est pourquoi, après avoir consulté, écouté les experts, le terrain, et en conscience, j'ai décidé de renforcer encore les mesures pour réduire nos déplacements et nos contacts au strict nécessaire.
Okay, so today is March 25th. We've been in confinement for it's been about a week and a half that we've been in confinement. Sort of give a few updates. So we now have these forms that we have to fill out where it basically says like why you're leaving your house, but it says like why you're leaving your house, what time you left your house at, when you filled the actual form out, etc. So some of the reasons are like if you have to go to work and you can't work from home, or if you have like a medical appointment to attend to, or if you need to buy groceries or something like that. And then the one that's usually the most like debatable is like that physical activity one, where you're allowed to go on runs and stuff like that. You're only allowed to be 1 kilometer away from your apartment or from where you're living. And you can only do things like alone, so like you can only go on like a run basically. You can't like go play football with your friends 1 kilometer away, that's not allowed. I went out the next day after the footage that you just saw, and I was planning on getting footage, except I was down next to Pont Miaou, which is one of the bridges that connects the 15th to the 16th arrondissement in Paris. A policeman came up to me on a bike, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm, taking photos and like I'm walking around and stuff basically." Because these sheets had been out then, so I took out my sheet and I gave it to him and I said, "Yeah, I'm walking around like getting physical activity." And I was just like, I'd stopped to take a photo, and I was like, I was taking a photo, and he's like, "No, you're not allowed to do that. You need to go home right now." Clearly, the police aren't very happy about the whole situation. I think from 2 days ago, so the 23rd, there had been 90,000 fines in France. Fine was 138 euros. And I guess another thing that I want to talk about was sort of online classing. So as you know, I'm a high school student in Paris, so I've had to take like online classes, which has been interesting, I guess. I mean, it sucks. Like there's really no point. Like half the classes you're there for 20 minutes and then you just leave early. Basically what they'll do is they'll just tell you, "Oh, we need you to do this for the week," and then that's it. And then that's the whole class. Like you're not actually being taught anything, to be honest. My exams, which were supposed to take place in May, got canceled. So I'm an IB. So my IB exams were canceled. We don't know exactly what the plan is from here, but apparently they're going to use some of our coursework that we've done throughout the year and stuff like that to come up with grades. The confinement was announced and they said 2 weeks, so it's supposed to, was planned on ending the 30th. It's not going to end then. Cases in France have just gone up. I think now we're at like 22,000. With 1,100 deaths. It's not getting better, to be honest. From what I've heard, the French government, or from what I've heard, professional or doctors or healthcare people basically advised that France stays in confinement for 6 weeks. It's been a week and a half and I already want to die. It's horrible. I hate being in confinement. I haven't left the house since the day that I got yelled at by the police. So it's been basically a week. It sucks. It's so hard to motivate yourself to really just do anything at all. It's not fun whatsoever. If you are in the same situation as I am, I relate hard, and I'm sorry, because it's horrible. And I realize that, yes, we're under confinement so that we can protect those who are vulnerable to the virus. But I think after, if there is 6 weeks of confinement, I don't think that people are going to be obedient after 4. I think that after 4 weeks, people are going to start losing it and just leave their houses and not care. It's all that I really wanted to go over. This video will probably be releasing sometime soon, like from the 25th. I don't know if I'm gonna, because I can't leave and get footage of the streets because that's illegal, and the fine. I mean, I think the mentality that most people should have is that by staying inside, you're protecting, because I know that it's tough, like being inside all day, like even with the internet and with like all the movies, and you know, it's still tough just being at home, not being able to see anyone. And it's just like, it's the little things, like just being able to leave your house and like sit on a bench, like you can't do that. So yeah, that's about it.